Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North. I'm on Instagram at Alliance PW Network, or you could join our Facebook group, The Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Okay, March 5th, 2022, this coming Saturday, just a few days away, Impact Wrestling presents Sacrifice, their next pay-per-view, which is going to be available on Impact Plus, or if you subscribe to the Impact Wrestling YouTube Insiders subscription service, you can watch it on there as well, or you can watch it on Fight. I believe it's, don't quote me, but I think it's $14 or $19.99 on Fight TV as well. But Sacrifice, Impact Wrestling Sacrifice this Saturday, March 2nd, coming to you from Louisville to Kentucky at Paris Town Hall. And this is going to be my preview and prediction show for Sacrifice. So 8 matches have been announced so far. There might be a few more. I'm sure there's going to be some pre-show matches as well. But I have 8 matches in front of me. Let's talk about them. I'll give you a little preview. And of course, I'll give you my predictions. So of course, the main event is going to be Moose defending the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship against Heath. I think we all know who's going to win this one, right? I think it's I think if anybody out there is a betting person, you'd put your money on Moose. Moose is not dropping the dad out the Heath. It's going to be a very, very good match. I don't want to say great match. It's going to be a very, very good match. This is just Heath is just an opponent to get another big win for Moose as he goes into Rebellion. So as we know, Heath confronted Moose last Thursday on Impact on Access TV. They verbally had a little verbal battle for a bit, and then Heath got offended at Moose mentioning his kids, and they got into an altercation, which led to this singles match for the Impact Wrestling World's Heavyweight Championship. But no way Moose is dropping to Heath. So once more, my prediction, and everyone's prediction out there, of course, Moose defeats Heath and retains the Impact Wrestling World's Heavyweight Championship. Another title match, we have Trey Miguel defending the X Division Championship against number 1 contender Jake Something. Now, this is going to be the show stealer. This match is going to be just absolutely fantastic. They're going to blow the roof off. What's the name of that building again? Come on, scroll down. Hey, there we go. I wasn't scrolling down. It was going sideways, but I wanted to. The Paris Town Hall in Louisville. They have the potential to blow the roof off the Paris Town Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. This is going to be a fantastic match. Trey Miguel's speed against Jake Something's power. It's going to be it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be just a fantastic match. Jake Something becoming the number 1 contender. Trey Miguel, he teamed with Trey Miguel in a losing effort on BTI last Thursday against Ace Austin and Speedball Mike Bailey. But one-on-one, this is going to be, I think we all know how great this match is, or how potentially great it can be. I know Jake Something, his contract was supposed to end at the end of February. I don't know if he signed a new deal or if he's working without a contract, but nonetheless, this is going to be something special in my opinion. I think this is going to be something special. I think Trey Miguel retains. I don't think Jake Something is going to defeat Trey Miguel for the X Division Championship. I think Trey Miguel retains, but it's going to be just a fantastic match. And again, could potentially blow the roof off the Paris Town Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. Paris Town Hall. Yeah, Paris Town Hall. I thought it was Center. Sorry. Paris Town Hall. Okay, we got it. So yeah, so that's going to be a great one. Then the last, I'd like to see maybe on the next episode of Impact on Access TV, maybe a little more interaction. Maybe they'll get into a little slugfest. I know they had a little verbal confrontation last Thursday, but maybe they get a little physical. Maybe they get a little physical on this coming Thursday on Impact Access TV to try and build up the match a little bit. But regardless, it's going to be one hell of a match. Pure fire match. And again, I picked Trey Miguel to retain. Then we have another championship match as the Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay, finally finally take on the Influence. I know this match was supposed to happen for a couple months, but things happened and it didn't take place. Finally, it's taken place at Sacrifice. Inspiration defending the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Tag Team Championship against the Influence. There's going to be a turn here. I know they're teasing Caleb with a K possibly turning, but I think Tennille Dashwood's going to turn on Madison Rayne, and I think she's going to join the Inspiration. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K both turn on Madison Rayne and join the Inspiration, and they become the faction becomes a little bigger. But there's going to be some shenanigans in this one. But the Inspiration is going to retain. I don't think the Inspiration is going to lose to the Influence. Especially if there's if Tennille Dashwood turns on Madison Rayne, so there's no chance. But the Inspiration is definitely going to retain here. But I have a little gut feeling. I think a lot of people feel it also that there's going to be a turn here, whether it's Tennille Dashwood or if it's Caleb with a K or both. But there's definitely going to be somebody turning here, and my pick is Tennille Dashwood turning on Madison Rayne, and of course the Inspiration going over and retaining the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. We have another championship, lots of championship matches. Another championship match, a singles match for the Impact Wrestling World Knockouts Championship. Mickie James is going to be taking on either Tasha Steelz or Chelsea Green. Tasha Steelz, Chelsea Green going one-on-one this coming Thursday. And the winner of that will go on to face Mickie James. I think it's going to be Chelsea Green. I think we're going to see Chelsea Green against Mickie James for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Championship. But whoever it is, Tasha Steelz or Chelsea Green, Mickie James will retain. No one's dropping any titles. No titles are changing hands at Sacrifice. So Mickie James, Tasha Steelz, Mickie James, either it's Tasha Steelz or Chelsea Green, and Mickie James will retain. I know Tasha Steelz had a shot at No Surrender, and it was a terrific match. But even if she gets in, even if she defeats Chelsea Green, I don't think she can defeat Mickie James. So whoever Mickie James faces in this one, it'd be more intriguing though if it's Chelsea Green, because I know Chelsea Green and Mickie James are close friends. It'd be interesting though if Chelsea Green turns on Mickie James during the match and somehow squeaks it out and becomes a champion. I don't think that'll happen. I still think Mickie James is going to retain no matter who she faces. But I could see something like that happening. I could see Chelsea Green doing like a Larry Sabisco, Bruno Sammartino thing, turning on Mickie James and winning the title. But I think it's an unlikely scenario. But never say never. But I'm going Mickie James, despite who her opponent's going to be. I still think she's going to retain. Then we have the Good Brothers, the tag team match for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. The Good Brothers, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson taking on Violent by Design, Eric Young, and Joe Doring. And my goodness, this is going to be one hell of a hard-hitting match. Joe Doring, I don't think they're using Joe Doring to his fullest potential in Impact Wrestling. They have a potentially huge star on their hands if they used him correctly, but I don't think they're using him to his fullest potential. But nonetheless, this is going to be a great match. Of course, Dina's going to be accompanying Eric Young and Joe Doring to the ring. This will be a big hard-hitting. You could expect the Bullet Club to get involved somehow. Maybe Tama Tonga Tungaloa won't be there, unfortunately. They're in Japan, so I can see the Bullet Club getting involved and cheating, helping, assisting the Good Brothers in defeating Violent by Design. I don't think that Eric Young and Joe Doring are going to come out as the tag team champions. I think the Good Brothers are going to retain, but this is going to be one hell of a match as well. Really looking forward to this one because, again, Joe Doring is just such an incredible talent. And again, they're not using him to his fullest potential, in my opinion. And Eric Young, I don't need to explain how great Eric Young is. And of course, the Good Brothers, great tag team, one of the best tag teams in the world right now. But when all is said and done, and I expect Chris Bay and Jay White to get involved here, when all is said and done, the Good Brothers will come out victorious and retain the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championship in a terrific match, in my opinion. But the Good Brothers do win that match. Then we have a one-on-one match, which is going to be absolutely just fantastic. Fantastic. I get... I'm serious when I start to whisper, right? So it's just going to be just fantastic match. I can't wait for this one. Jay White one-on-one against Alex Shelley. My goodness, Jay White is such a special talent. Alex Shelley returning to Impact Wrestling, and this has all the makings of just a phenomenal match, just a phenomenal match. The talent both these two guys have are just fantastic. Of course, Jay White's going to win here. Jay White's not losing to Alex Shelley. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay White is being built up to be the next opponent for Moose. You know, I did a whole podcast on that. It could be Jonah as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jay White is in line for a title shot against Moose. But Jay White's not going to lose to Alex Shelley here. I don't know if Alex Shelley has signed a long any I don't want to say long term, but if he signed a contract with Impact Wrestling, if it's just a one-off appearance, or if he's going to be here for 2 or 3 months. But I don't think he has signed a contract. There would have been news on that. But nonetheless, Jay White wins here in a terrific match against Alex Shelley. It's going to be just a fantastic match. I cannot wait for that one. It's going to be just fantastic. When that was the first match that they announced, Jay White against Alex Shelley, and like Twitter just blew up, man. No, so many people responded to that. So many people got so excited when and rightfully so, but it's going to be just a fantastic match. You know, when you have talents like Jay White and Alex Shelley standing on the opposite ends of the rings of each other, and they're about to have a match, you know you're going to get something special. And I think this match we're going to definitely get something special. But again, my pick, Jay White to defeat Alex Shelley in this one. And then one more match, which is going to be just a hard hitting affair. I just hope somebody doesn't get hurt in this one. Jonah goes one-on-one with PCO. This is going to be a crazy match. This is going to be some crazy spots. PCO he's older than I am, right? I'm pretty old. He's older than I am. He's in his mid-50s, PCO, if not, but he's still taking bumps like he's 25 years old. He's still taking risks, and this is gonna be a crazy match. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily a long match, but this is gonna be some crazy bumps in this match. There's gonna be lots of flesh slapping each other, man. There's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be a crazy match, man. It should be a very good one, but again, I don't think it's gonna be a very long one. I just hope PCO doesn't. I always get worried that PCO is gonna do this high risk move and he's going to wind up really injuring himself because he takes these high risks like I said, like he's 23, 24, 25 years old. And I get worried. I'm like, oh my God, I hope he's going to be okay. I hope he's okay after that one. But but it's going to be a nutty match, man. Jonah's not going to lose. Jonah's going to defeat PCO. I don't, you can make the argument. You can make the argument that Honor No More will come out and assist PCO in defeating Jonah, but I don't think they want Jonah to lose. I think Jonah's potentially an opponent for Moose, possibly at Rebellion. At Rebellion, it's either going to be Moose against Jonah or Moose against Jay White. That's what I'm thinking, or possibly Eddie Edwards as well. One of those three. So I don't think Jonah's going to lose to PCO. Now, if Jonah is not going to be the opponent for Moose, there's a slight possibility that PCO goes over here. I know they want to build up Honor No More. I don't think they want Honor No More to lose just yet. It also could be just a double disqualification or Honor No More. They rush to the ring and they try to take out Jonah, but Jonah fights back and he takes out Honor No More, and then he proclaims that he's joining Team Impact. That's just a fantasy booking scenario there, but it could be just double disqualification, or they just fight to the back and they fight to the outside and they fight all over Kentucky. And the ref rules a no contest. But if I was to pick a winner, if you were holding a gun to my head and said, Luce, you got to pick a winner, I'm going to go with Jonah. I say Jonah defeats PCO in this one. And then the last one, we have one more singles match. I think I got through everything. So one more singles match. Match that's, not really the most excited about, but Eddie Edwards, Honor No More's Eddie Edwards goes one-on-one against Rhino. Rhino looking to get a little bit of revenge after Eddie Edwards hit him with the Singapore cane at at No Surrender when he turned on Team Impact and joined Honor No More, revealed himself as a leader of Honor No More. So Eddie Edwards goes over. There's no doubt on who's winning this one. Eddie Edwards goes over, and again, I mentioned Eddie Edwards could potentially be Moose's opponent at Rebellion. Maybe Eddie Edwards goes over because I know Moose had mentioned that he has to take some time off because of torn labrum that he has, so he's going to have to take some time off to heal. So it's quite possible that Moose drops the title at Rebellion and takes a few months off to heal. I think he needs to get an operation. I don't quote me on that, but I think I read that. But I think it's a safe bet that whoever he faces at Rebellion, he's going to drop the title to, and then a heel. Also, Josh Alexander. Okay, I know I could hear everybody out there screaming, "What about Josh Alexander? He could be the opponent." Okay, Josh Alexander as well. Josh Alexander possibly. So there's 4 names that possibly could be the opponent for Moose. But yeah, Eddie Edwards wins this one. I can see a scenario where Eddie Edwards challenges Moose because on the last episode of Impact on Access TV, Moose told Honor No More that nobody better be coming for his title. Eddie Edwards was complaining that he was always passed over, never got a title shot. So maybe at Rebellion, Eddie Edwards, becomes the #1 contender and faces Moose for the Impact Wrestling World title, and he wins the belt for Honor No More. Scott D'Amore loses his mind. That scenario is a realistic one. Something like that could happen if it is in fact Eddie Edwards who will be Moose's opponent. But we'll find out soon enough at the Road to Rebellion, which begins after Sacrifice in Philadelphia. So we'll see what happens there. So there you have it. So once again, my picks, Moose to go, Jay White to go over Alex Shelley, Inspiration over The Influence. I feel it's going to be a change that someone's going to turn on someone. I think Tennille Dashwood is going to turn on Madison Rayne on this one. I picked Trey Miguel to defeat Jake Something to retain his Impact X Division Championship. I picked Moose, without a doubt, to defeat Heath and retain his Impact Wrestling World title. I picked the Good Brothers to retain against Violent by Design. I picked Eddie Edwards over Rhino, Jonah over PCO, and Mickie James over whether it's Tasha Steelz or Chelsea Green. I pick Mickie James to retain as well. And another match that could be announced, it's not on this list here, is we could quite possibly see Deonna Purrazzo have another open challenge. If she does, it'd be interesting to see who answers it, whether it's Taya Valkyrie. I don't think it's going to be anybody shocking just yet. I think I think they're leading up this open challenge. I think they're leading up to something big that's going to happen at Rebellion, whether it's Ember Moon or Athena, or whether it's Taya Valkyrie or Mia Yim. It's going to be one of those. They're leading up to something big, and I think the big challenger, the big talent that's going to open up, the major talent that's going to answer that open challenge is going to be revealed at Rebellion. So I think I know I was on social media, somebody getting upset that, why is Lady Frost answering the open challenge? And to that I say, just relax. Just relax. They're building up to something big. This open challenge is terrific, right? So they're building up to something big. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. And I'm sure we'll all be pleasantly surprised when we see Ember Moon walking down the aisle at Rebellion. Again, just speculation. I don't know that, but it's definitely leading up to something big. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Deonna Purrazzo her open challenge on this as well. And say Sunday, we could get a few more matches announced. If they are announced, of course, I'll jump on and I'll talk about it briefly. But these are the 8 matches that have been announced so far. So that's it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I'm watching the news. Anything breaks, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.